And it's the dumbest bill in America, and it is forcing insurers to pay for sex change operations. That's right, forcing insurers to pay for sex change operations. And who is doing this? The Biden administration. The Biden administration's latest proposal would force insurers to pay for gender transition. Okay? The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services proposed a rule. How do you like that? Not a law, ladies and gentlemen, a rule. So lawmakers didn't determine this to be a law, even though it's effectively a new law. You've got civil servants writing rules that are laws that would add sexual orientation and gender identity language to the 2010 Affordable Care Act. Views based on reasonable medical, moral, and religious beliefs in the best interests of the patient are nothing like invidious discrimination. This new rule is clearly the result of gender ideology, not solid science and sound reason. President Joe Biden has sought to inject gender ideology into our laws since his first day in office. He might prefer a massive bill like the Equality Act that elevates the categories of sexual orientation and gender identity to status of race and sex. But that effort has stalled in the Senate, so for now, his administration is looking for ways to insert sexual orientation and gender identity concepts into existing law. The latest? In January, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services proposed a rule that would add sexual orientation and gender identity language to the 2010 Affordable Care Act. According to the department, these amendments will ensure that those who identify as LGBT receive medically necessary care, including gender affirming, that term, gender affirming, right? Surgeries and hormone therapy. So, in other words, you, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be paying for other individuals to have hormone therapy and have their body mutilated rather than have these individuals pay for it themselves. Now, we've seen this already in the military, the United States military, and now we're seeing the Biden administration all in on this nonsense. And the thing is, you're being forced to pay for this. At what point did our federal government and did the American people ever decide that this was the responsibility of the federal government? At what point? Show me where it says that nonsense in the Constitution. Show me where this makes sense for any government to involve itself. Okay? It shows you how sick the Democrat Party is. Namely, a party so sick that it wants to force your insurer to pay for sex change operations of others, which means that your insurer is going to charge you more and you are indirectly paying for the sex change operation of others, including minors, including children. You're being forced to pay for things that are literally against everything that you believe because you know it's scientifically wrong. All right? It's wrong to do this to a minor, I'm talking about, okay? It's wrong. It's wrong. And at the same time, if someone who is an adult wants to have this kind of surgery, they should be required to pay for it, ladies and gentlemen, okay? This should be between them and their insurance company and them and their pocketbook, not everybody else. That's my personal opinion. And so the Babylon Bee decided to weigh in on this Biden administration proposal or rulemaking, which drives me crazy, right? Not lawmaking, right? Lawmakers didn't vote for this, but rulemaking by one of the departments to decide that you are going to pay for others' sex change operations, including children. So the Babylon Bee says big tech is cracking down. Facebook, TikTok already have banned the use of the word groomer. And so here are some new words for groomers. A minor file, a person of grooming, a gender mentoring advisor, an Epsteinian, Aunt Tifa, windowless van aficionado, genital relocation logistics coordinator. That's my personal favorite. A genital relocation logistics coordinator. And then another one of my favorites, a politician, which is a lot of truth to that. I hate to admit it. A lot of truth to that. So in this dumpster fire, if you will, of an idea, which is the dumbest bill in America, the Biden administration has decided that it is allowed to just make up laws all by itself and force your insurer to pay for others' sex change operations. And as I've said ad nauseum, forcing you to pay for it as well, because you're the one that had to buy the insurance. The insurance company then passes the cost on across all of those who are policyholders. And now it's not because you decided you wanted to do this. It's not because you decided this was a good idea. You clearly don't believe in it and don't believe that you should be required to pay for it. No, it's because some bureaucrat in the Department of Health and Human Services decided that they could make a rule or a law without Congress and without the consent of the American people. And this literally is probably one of the biggest problems in the United States today. We have bureaucrats making laws. And that is the dumbest bill in America, forcing insurers to pay for sex change operations. And that's it from Mark and the Millennials. Thank you for joining Mark and the Millennials. This is Mark Fisher. Thank you to our producer, Christopher Hopkins. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Getter, True Social, Rumble, and our website. See you next time.